All right. All right, we're here with 50 Cent, rapper, business mogul, entrepreneur, 50 aka Ferrari. Talk about his new headphones, SMS audio. 50, what's up, man? First off, how you doing?
Oh man, everything's good.
Yeah? How you enjoying Miami?
I'm enjoying myself. I actually just came from Delray Beach.
Okay.
SMS, the headquarters is down in Delray, so I came out there, met with the team, and then drove down here this morning.
Okay. So what motivated you to get into this particular venture?
Well, it was organic to go into the actual. I was already in the music space. You know, the headset. When you just watch, I looked at it like an extension of my passion for music. The process is really easy when we actually making choices of what music to rock to, what music not. Because if you're in tune with it, if you like listen to it, you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the song, the production to come on, you're like, yo, this is hot, this is cool. And then it's just putting words to it that make that match, because a hit song is a marriage between the right production and the right content, and that process I'm conditioned for it. But following that, once it's done, because sometimes it takes you 30 minutes and the whole thing's done.
Yeah.
And in the club was like that. It didn't take. It just came out, you know. And then, but with records like that, the process took 3 days afterwards, with us in the studio following mixing it to make it sound perfect after you know this is it.
Yeah.
And that process, you know, you want people to hear music the way it was intended, and that's what SMS, you know, stands for, the Studio Master Sound. So it's that whole concept.
All right. So it seems like a lot of people are starting to get into the whole headphone business. Tell us why these headphones are different.
Well, a lot of them are doing licensing deals. Everything that you see happening in our culture right now, like it was taboo when I fell in love with hip hop culture. Like, you know, it just, I didn't have to follow rules because I came in so, it was so orthodox the way I actually got in. Being able to make the deal with the kind of content that I was actually creating, kept cool on the ability to be able to do it. So it was like doing deals with like companies like RBK and companies with Chrysler and Vitamin Water and stuff like that. It changed how artists view brand extension. So now they're looking forward to having some type of equity involvement in companies and smaller money up front than there were in the past. They just wanted the money, give me the money.
Yeah.
You know, prior to. And a lot of the ventures that you see with faces on actual headsets are the companies just going, they see the success of Beats, they see SMS being successful, and then they say, oh, we need something to connect to this, to put, like, how do you do it? And they watch those companies having connection to something that is relevant to the culture, and they attempt to do the same. It's like when you think, what do you think when you think Bose? I think Bose was pretty good headset as standards. Prior to, like, to me actually making SMS audio, those were the better choice to me, because I had a lot of different things, but I broke a lot of stuff. I had headsets that had batteries on board that kept me continuously spending money on the musical experience that I didn't think about, because you spent the money at the point of purchase, but you kept buying batteries. So if you think about how much more money you spent on this, it's a whole nother investment. And I don't know. I don't associate those brands to anything other than a quality product. So there's nothing that creates a spike of energy for it at different points and periods. Because when I'm active, when the new music comes out, it's gonna put cool around everything.
When you speak about the new music, I feel like you're into so many different things, man. Like whether it's Vitamin Water, the SMS audio, or boxing, et cetera, et cetera. Like, when do you even have time to do the music? I think the people want to know.
Look, when a musician, like a music artist, has finished recording his album, What is he doing?
What is he doing?
They party. They partying.
True.
They out. They're just partying and they're just like, yo, like, the show the other night. If you're not actively touring,
Hmm.
how much time is there? I have 4 television shows. I got a scripted drama on the Stars Network, Power. It's actually getting ready to start Monday. I got an animated television show on Fox. This been converted from a book that I released called Playground about bullying,
Wow.
and it's about Butterball. And I got a show called Dream School on Sundance Network. This actually airs every Sunday.
Yeah, just wrapped.
It just ran. And from there, I got a VH1 television show on the G-Unit, my actual music office.
We know it's crazy because, back in the day, rappers used to just be rappers.
Right.
I feel like,
This is what I'm talking about. Like a guy that, at that point, the record companies were making $19 each CD, giving the artist a dime
mm,
off of the actual sale of the CD. So if you're selling, who would you call a creditable rap artist at the point at that time? Let's say, like when I first came, like Nas,
yeah,
or newer guys that were there, because they're all sensitive. You say their name and they're not in their space now. So if let me say, just the guys in the late '90s,
okay,
because Curious Die Trying came in 2003.
yeah,
The guys in the late '90s stuck to it just being about their music and would put out the presentation, go touring, go home until you kind of missed them a little,
hmm,
and then came back out with new material. So you had to have marketing dollars to reignite that new energy of that artist coming back out.
yeah,
And now what you're seeing in our culture is the artist is getting in and staying in until they're burning out. And then maybe they can go back and reinvent themselves, or they can find something else that they can sustain themselves with until they can come back around. So the audience is ready for something new. But it's a huge difference. And it was like you was selling out, like it was a crossover.
yeah,
He was doing something like EPMD was saying that back then, like it ain't no crossover, no commercial. Here, this is the real.
yeah,
And it without having to compromise that, without having to be commercial, being able to generate the kind of interest that would have the major corporations feel like the other person to do the deal with is what made the significance to me in that time frame. So like you'll see, like it's also, I will not lie to you, it's also having money,
of course,
because you have to have the finances to. It's not just 50 Cent, it's like delegating responsibility to other people that are hired that can actually execute it.
Now, do you credit yourself for kind of like being a trendsetter in that sense, being that, rappers weren't doing anything back then, but like when you hit the scene, you kind of started venturing into so many things, and it seems like everybody's doing it now.
Yeah, well, they're going, now it's survival for them.
Yeah,
Because it's the actual music business is being reduced to very little, and it's only because the major record companies don't have the same income that they were accustomed to, that they're not actually investing in the actual artists the same, and the system's changing at the same time. At radio, when it would take 6 to 8 weeks for you to get your record to a peak point, it's now taking 14, 16 weeks. When you got an audience that has a low attention span, so they don't know if this is still hot. When the record's turning into it's on fire on the radio, they've been past that. Because they're consuming music differently. They're watching it on YouTube and on other video blogs that carry music content. They're watching it there, and becoming fans of artists and over watching. Like, what was significant about my marketing campaign in the beginning was I was able to trick the bootleggers to think they had something that belonged to Columbia Records. When I did my first mixtape in song format, the way now it changed the trend of every artist now, yo, check out my mixtape.
Yeah.
Handing you his tape. He don't even know he's doing that because I did that during Get Rich or Die Trying. Because the mixtape was me being on the Clue tape, or me being on Ron G or K Slay or Doo-Wop or somebody else's tape that had developed a strong base or following with the way they put music together. And now that shifted to you having to have content. So like even the phone you got in front of me has a camera that has an HD quality video. So really there's no difference between this and what the cameraman will shoot. It's just you're just not actually not on film with me.
Yeah.
So if the song is playing, if the song is hot enough, if it's dead right, the right music, and I just performed it to the actual camera, load it. Upload it on YouTube. After you checked it out and you said over and over, he's nice, I'll start developing a following. You start to look for me every now and then. Let me see if you put up anything new. And check, and it would be there. Technically, everything that we do in hip hop is illegal.
True.
I'm gonna say this to you because I've experienced it a few times, and it's only been a little different for me because I've been successful and I've earned more than the actual guys involved. But not, you know, for the most part of the guys involved in the culture period. So when you're making the mixtape, technically you're using production that another artist used, and a lot of times the Universal Music Group probably owns that material. If it was Drake's record or a beat that Wayne used or another guy that you knew, familiar artist used, Universal Music Group owns that actual production and could sue you, but they're not because they're just going, it's the way things are. It's just the way you build momentum, right? But technically there's an infringement because you're actually writing over the material. Which makes me say, why exactly did you give me the instrumental when you sold us the vinyl? When the vinyl was sold, they sell you the TV track, the instrumental, the acapella, and then say if you use the word, you sample this record, and we want all of the actual publishing for not clearing it. If you use a piece of the production, you sampled it, we want all the money from it. You know what I'm saying? In every case, and they'll tell you they don't care that you didn't know because you didn't produce the actual record that there was a sample in it. They want something from you. And you say, well, I didn't produce it, he produced the record. And they go, no, from you. Because your pockets is way deeper. You know, and then you start to see it like, well, okay, I get it. So it's just different circumstances. Like it's almost like the standards boards when you go to networks like MTV or BET, different places when they dropped off the actual music video, they would send notes, like things for you to change or to take out of the actual music video, and they do the edits and then send it back, and when it's ready for programming, they give you the date for when it's going to air. Right? But the standards are different according to the artist. You know, so they look at, try to give you an example. I think it was Beyonce and Lady Gaga. They had a song a while back where you can see like artistically, if the woman wants to be naked in the video, it's fine. Miley Cyrus on the ball, right? But if I decide I want a naked woman to swing on the ball the same way in the back of me while I'm rapping, get the fuck out of here. That's not going in. You stupid. So I already figured how to draw myself back bring myself back in concept before we even get ready to start trying to develop treatments for videos or anything.
All right.
I do everything that you do well. I think it comes from passion. When you develop passion for something, and the intensity level increases, I don't think anyone can beat you at it. I think Kobe Bryant is a reflection of his dad, and that's why his passion developed like that. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a reflection of Floyd Sr. Venus and Serena are a reflection of their dad. Tennis. The Mannings, right? Who else? There's so many different. Like that didn't an accident that those people became who they became under them. And I think the concept of children is having an opportunity to make a better version of yourself. Like, and to kind of what was interesting is look, all the mistakes that the person may have experienced in their life, or all the things that they have, the wisdom they've acquired, because it may not have been their mistakes, it may have been other people's mistakes around them, right? Aren't as present as the things that work for them. So they're saying, these are the things, this is what worked for me. And they're pointing that to their kids, and then the kids get passionate about it for whatever reason and go in that direction. And look at the stars that it made for us.
True.
I think even like Emma Roberts, it's Julie Roberts' niece. I was in a movie with her in 12, Joe Schumacher's film, but she's actually good, like a good actress. So in the future.
Yet another venture.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's all the time we have.
Okay. Cool.